Hi guys, welcome back to this channel. So in this video we're going to talk about the for loop. So it's a bit different from the while loop. The for loop iterates between maybe a range or a list of something that you want to iterate over, and let's look at how the syntax works and maybe a few usages of where you can apply it. So I'll start maybe by getting my list. Then I'm gonna do an example between uh, showing you how we can look in a list and then also in a dictionary and maybe also in a range of numbers. So in my list I can have, maybe we have a list here. You guys, I think you remember how we construct a list. Good. So I can have a list here of, say, maybe of cities. I can have, maybe, let me call this one my, or rather, Kenyan cities. Okay, Kenyan cities. And then I have Nairobi, Mombasa, Nakuru, Kisumu. So let me stop there for now. So we want to loop over, or rather iterate over these list we have here, and to do that, we'll start by for x. X can stand for anything, can be values, can be what. So for x in now Kenyan cities, for x in Kenyan cities, we want now to print x. So what it's going to do is going to print these cities, but let's see how that works. Good. So you see what we have here, it is just printed whatever is enclosed in these cities. Okay, and then we can also incorporate the if statement within the for loop. For example, if we want, maybe if as we are iterating through the list, when you get to Mombasa we break, or when you get into Nakuru we break. And how can you do that? So let me just remove this print kwanza. Now we can say, if x is the same as, if x while looping gets to Nakuru, an example, x gets to Nakuru, we want it to break. Okay, and then after breaking, let us print x and see what we have. Right, so if now we run this line of code, it is going to print from Nairobi up to Mombasa, but when it gets to Nakuru it breaks. Alright, that is how you can use if statement within a for loop. And then this is how you can also use a break statement, or a break within that. Now let us try and maybe use the for loops in a dictionary and see how it works. So to my dictionary in Python, it's some similar to list, but it is constructed differently. So that is how you do it with curly brackets. Now here, instead of the normal brackets, we use curly brackets. Okay, and how we're going to, we can have few variables inside the dictionary. We can have the name, maybe you get John, right? Then we get age, maybe uh, 28. Then a minute. Oh, this one needs to be there, like that, and this one like that. Here we are safe. Now we can, let's say an example, we want to print my dictionary. See what we have. If we run that line of code, oops, let me remove this one. Yep, good. So when we have that line of code, it's going to print whatever we have inside. It's going to print the dictionary. That's a dictionary. Now we want to loop in between the dictionary. In a dictionary, you can even have a list within the dictionary. Let's say we wanted to have a list there. You can come up maybe with maybe I can say maybe assets. You need to have assets. This is how you construct a dictionary. Assets. Now we have a list. Okay, maybe John has vehicles maybe. Also John has houses, you can say, and lands. This is an example. So if we print this dictionary, it will print everything in that dictionary. So here we have incorporated, we have the integer characters, we have the string characters, and also we have the list. Okay, so we said if you want to know the what type is it, we can say if you want to know the character type, you can use the type function to get that. Okay, so if you print that, it will say this is in the class dictionary. Good. But remember, in this video we are talking about the for loop. So let us iterate through the, let me remove the print function first. Let us iterate through the dictionary and see what you can do. Now for x, we said can be anything. We can even use values or letters or whatever we want to use, just like using x. So I can say for x in the dictionary. Now my dictionary, what do we want to do? We want to print, maybe we want to print the dictionary. Let's see if it will do that. So let me just clear this so we can get right. So what this one will do, it will just print the same exact thing as done, but in this case it will iterate and give us what we have here. So if maybe, what if we want to break, we can also use the break statement within here. So let me just first remove the print statement, and then we want to say if x. Now we want to break when we come maybe to age or assets. Let's break when you get to assets, right? So if x equals assets, what do we want to do? We want to break. And then we want to print. Break. There's we have forgotten this one. Good. So let me just do this first, like that. Then we break, and then let us print x. Okay, so let us print x. So you see here, it will only print name and age, because when it gets to assets, it breaks that. Okay guys, this is an introduction on how to construct my dictionary and use the for loop to iterate over the dictionary. Okay, practice more and get to understand what a dictionary does and how you can even use for loop in it. Now let us try and use a for loop in a range. Here we can do I just love creating that. We can come up with a range. I'll just introduce a range. For example, we want to print maybe a range of maybe 7 values. Let's say even 5. But remember, this one, a range, okay, let me just put that. or let me use it in real scenario so that you see what you can do, because we want to construct values. Okay, we have the for loop for x in range. Okay, I want to have a range of 5 values. For x in that range, we want to print x. Okay, let's see what this does. So if we print that, it is going to give us from 0 to 4. This is what I was explaining. It in a range, it gives us starting from the index. So 0 is counted like index 1, and then up to 4, giving us a range of 5. We can specify within a range what values we want. So maybe I can increase this range to a range of 10, and then we see what is happening. So it is going to print from 0 to 9. But what if we want to just print between a specific values there? We can say within a range, we want maybe to get between 3 and 8. Okay, then we print that. So you have specified the minimum and the maximum values in a range. So guys, that is how you are using a for loop. Remember, this is just an introduction. As we proceed, we're going to learn deeper, as we are now going to construct maybe better programs, go to the complex part of it. We'll be able to understand. Remember, if you're just joining us, go and iterate over our previous videos and catch up. We also have maybe learning courses in Excel, in R, depends with an interest in data science. For now, bye, and remember to subscribe, like, and share. Bye.